an opening statement from Coach, and then open it up to questions just for the players to start.
Yeah, I thought kind of a lull game. Like, I don't know, the whole thing was kind of just a little bit blah there until you saw a little bit more in the overtime and a little bit more in the shootout with Kara putting one in and Grace saving us there. So. Not quite the way we wanted to play, but we found a way to get two out of 3 points, and at this point in the season, that's what you're trying to do is get points, and we found a way to do that. So obviously happy with that, but we gotta go back to the drawing board and find out how we gotta dig a little deeper.
Kara, obviously back-to-back shootouts with the game-winning shootout goal. What's it mean to you to have the opportunity to be on that short list of players that can find the back of the net and has so far this season?
Yeah, I was really excited, obviously, especially you can tell by my celebrations. But I think just finding a way to win, I was really grateful that they picked me, and I'm just happy the team won.
Grace, obviously a big game with a lot of rebounds coming out. How important was it to have the defenders in front of you, the forwards coming back down to clear out some of those rebounds that came out, so it made it a little easier for you in between the pipes?
Yeah, I think we did a great job picking up sticks in front. We always do. Really focused on boxing out, and it helps me out, yeah.
For you both, you guys split the series back in November. What was it like coming into this game? Did you have a plan in mind, and what were you going to do to close out the victory like you did?
I think we still have a lot more to give. I mean, I'm really obviously so happy that we won, and we won the series, which is huge. But I think, who knows, we might see him again, and I think we have to play really hard against Northeastern, and I'm excited for the compete with that. So I think we still got a little more left to give, and I'm excited for it.
Yeah, but I think great teams still find a way to win even when they're off, so that was a good character win.
I just got a curiosity question for you guys. So during the it's still hockey related. During the reviews, like the challenges, what are you guys doing? Are we talking to each other like, you gotta pass it to me next time, or are you just taking your breath?
Honestly, I'm every challenge, I'm just thinking same way I approach getting scored on, you're just focusing on my breath. Obviously nice when it gets waved off, but I just approach it like it was a goal against, just focusing on making the next play, little mental reset. But yeah, I don't think too much about what just happened.
Yeah, I fully agree. I think we're the type of team that can come back in any situation. We could be down 2 goals and win the game 3-2. So I think there's never a doubt or a worry with this team, and I know that we'll find a way to win, whatever that means.
Awesome. That's all for me. Thanks, Kate.
Thanks. Coach, we've obviously talked this week about how important it is to just find ways to win, and you kind of mentioned it at the opening statement. It was a funky game, right?
Yeah.
So when you have a game like that, what is the kind of motivating factor to get the team to kind of buy into hey, we got to turn this around, we got to turn this around?
Yeah, I think we try to just tell them to keep it simple, and not try to force too much. I mean, you can start to hold your sticks a little tighter and start to push a little bit and press, and I think they, they're right. The team stays positive through everything and anything. I don't know that I've ever seen anything like it, actually. They're such a close-knit group. They cheer each other on. They're excited for each other. I mean, the whole bench went crazy when Kara scored, and then, when Grace makes the last save there. I mean, they're all just so excited for each other, and I think, I think that's the good part of it, but finding that little extra grit in moments of a one-on-one battle, or where that affects your team too. So how can we use that to motivate our team, where that one-on-one battle is bigger than anything, than losing or winning, or losing that one-on-one battle is just like winning and losing the game, because they care so much about that and about each other.
Another player who's really kind of coming to her own right now, Sydney Fess, on that first goal with Katie Pine, just the vision on that play. And then it felt like throughout the game she was not only mixing up as a forward, but got down low to help out on some of those plays as a defender.
Yeah.
What is it about her game right now that is just clicking and she's finding the success that she has so far?
Yeah, I think it's, playing forward. It's a little less stressful than D. But no, I think she's finding her way. She's a very patient player, and I think the way that some teams play us, where we have a lot of fast players, they want us to go fast and get up into their trap, and the way Sid plays is so patient, and I thought Gabby made a nice play off the wall to her, and then she made a nice patient play to Piner, and then Piner was nice and patient, scoring that goal. So, or vice versa, I might have it mixed up there. But they were all patient and didn't rush the play. And I think you saw times after that where we, not just them, but like the whole team was rushing the play and trying to, and we kind of played into their hands a little bit when we do that. So, just continuing to work on being patient, like Sid is. She's very patient. So I think she's finding success. Obviously, scoring a few goals helps, and even just being in the right spot at the right time today to get one.
Last one for me is Kara, obviously a big part of the shootouts recently. Is that something that just kind of came along with practices? Was it trying to find the right combination out there on those shootouts and it just kind of worked out? Like, what was the process and how are you guys feeling now that it's paying off?
Yeah. Kara works hard in every aspect of the game. And, for her, she's one of those players that's been finding ways to score in our shootouts in game, before games. So, to see her score at Providence when she did, and why not go back to her? Like we want to stick with what works in that respect, and she's confident, and I thought it was awesome that she just came right out and put it in, and I thought she was great.
Awesome. Just a few more with me. Going back to you talking about Fess and Pine, described it a lot as patience. Do you think they're like a new team that's coming together to look out for on the ice? How else would you describe, their chemistry?
It's interesting with Sid just moving up. Really, she hasn't played forward with many players, right? So she's, they certainly read off each other well. I thought all three of them did. I thought they were probably our best forward line today. Not just because they scored, but the way they used each other, worked off each other. They tried different things with. Or they saw each other better than I thought our other lines really did. But hopefully they do have that connection and can play really well together and find ways to score goals.
Awesome. Now, describe for me what goes into, I asked them a little bit, but what goes into deciding to challenge a play? It seemed like it was first goal interference, going to offsides.
Yeah.
What goes into that?
Yeah. We have really good people up in the booth, our managers, and they've really done a great job with helping us. If we see like today that was Court, a lot of it was Court saying I know that's offsides, and trying to trying to call upstairs to say what do you guys see, because I couldn't tell if it was blocked off today from the boards and where the camera was, but. They were able to see it too, and to your point, they weren't looking at both things, but I could have challenged either one, but we figured offsides was a more definite, we thought it was a more definite answer there. But I have to say, like, our managers and Cam Wallbach's up there, and he's been great with helping us make a lot of those decisions.
Awesome. Now, this was, I think, the only game of the weekend, and you got 4 more coming up. What's the game plan? What do we have to expect? What do we have to look like before playoffs?
Yeah, a little bit of rest here. I'm gonna give them the weekend and let them just kind of settle down and relax a little bit, and then we'll get back at it. I mean, we got a big 4 games left here with Northeastern and UNH. I think we have, and those 2 teams. Obviously, we've had really good games with them in our single game with them, and we owe both of those 2 teams, right? We want to be, and I've said this the last week or so. We want to be rocking and rolling going into our final into playoff time, and we gotta fine tune some stuff and talk about a few things. But I think this team is a team that is excited to be in this situation. They're excited to be where we are in the standings. They're excited to get to the point where it's playoff time and have that. I think we'll have an added energy when it's there, but we got to take care of these 4 games first.
I actually lied. I do have one more question.
That's okay.
And then I'll let you go. So describe for me, at least just for students, we know Northeastern, we know BU, those are big games.
Yeah.
What's it like to play against the Catamounts? I couldn't tell exactly because, we split last time.
Yeah.
But going to this is like, what do we have to expect from them? What's their niche thing that you look out for?
Yeah.
when you prepare
Number
against?
96 is their niche.
Yeah.
She scores, man. She just finds a way, and no matter how much you pay attention to her, she finds a way to score goals. And I think that's the thing with them is they can be very threatening offensively. They've had games where they've scored 6 goals, and then they've had games where they've scored none. So they've had a little bit of a rocky season, I'd say, for them. But they're so potent offensively that you saw it tonight. They can find a way to score in any game, even if you feel like you're on the advantage most of the time. You're in their offensive zone. They can get a break and they can find a way to score, and especially Malinkova. So they're dangerous offensively. We gotta we really could see them. At this point it's any team. You could see any team at this point. So we'll see what happens as we get closer and starts to iron itself out. But they're a very good offensive team for sure.
All right, that's it for me. Thank
All right,
you.
thanks.
Thanks,
Have a
Coach.
good weekend.
You too.
Enjoy the rest.
Thanks. Oh gosh, yeah, so
There you go.